as far as Keke, it's like, what can we expect if she's a woman? Like, nah, I said, we can't take anything these bitches do seriously. We can only do our best to vet them and pick the best ones and leave the rest to the fucking dirt. But Usher, bro, like what the fuck you doing? Like, that shit. Welcome back to another episode of that. Yes, sir. Island God Talk podcast, man. Your favorite co-host, J.U. and Kingmeechyyy in the building, man. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. I can't lie, bro. Another great day. Ready to give y'all some knowledge for real. I got some good shit today.
Yes, sir, man. Doing good today, man. Feeling very abundant, man. Feeling very abundant today. And not just because your boy got a lot of paper. Your boy always had a lot of paper, but true abundance, man, is really just about creating that one truth for yourself and staying in that, living in that no matter what, no matter who's around, who you talking to, what situation you going to. You living in that one single truth. That's how you live an abundant life. That's why some of y'all getting stuff like, yeah, damn, I got a little money, I got a little of this, but I'm still not fulfilled. It's because you not living in that one singular truth.
I feel you. But what is that one singular truth?
I mean, it's going to be up to you to decide what's your singular truth, but it's just about deciding what it is and not wavering from it no matter what comes your way. It's like some people, they can't live an abundant life because they have this one way they are at home, this one way they are at church, this one way they are at work, this one way they are with other women, this one way they are with their wife. And they got all of these different truths. How do you expect to manifest? Like your spiritualness is confused when you're moving like that.
I feel like it's like you're flying and you don't know have a destination type beat. Like you don't know where you're gonna end up.
It's like you trying to travel down multiple paths at the same time. That's what it really is. Know what I'm saying? And you're never gonna be able to get to any destination trying to do that if you going this direction, and you allowing things outside of you to create new truths for you and shit like that. You listen to what other people say and letting them create your reality. It's just unless you just sticking to your truth, you're never gonna live an abundant life.
I totally agree. But that was just, you said that was some great knowledge. I ain't gonna lie. It's early. We going crazy. Boom. But we can get right into this thing, bro. So the first topic of the day, and boom. First topic of the day. You teach people how to treat you. And what do I mean by that? Bro, you literally lay the basis how you want to be treated, bro. And whether you realize or not, people do go off that. Mm-hmm. Like the energy you put out, like how you treat yourself. Like if you were to treat yourself down, like you make fun of yourself, like call yourself mean names, I bet you people gonna do that shit too.
Yeah. And you started off by saying you teach people how to treat you. I don't think it's necessary just teaching them. It's more so you're showing people how to treat you just by, like you said, how you respect yourself, the things you do for yourself, the energy you carry, and how you treat other people, and all of those things are going to add up into how people treat you. Another big thing to add into that will also be your boundaries and the rules and your methods and like your principles and morals and your ethics, your integrity. Everything you stand on teaches people how to treat you, because if they see that, oh, you letting somebody else bully you, yeah, they're gonna bully you too. But if you stand against that shit, like, nah, I'm not gonna let nobody bully me, know what I'm saying? People are gonna understand that. It might take for them to, like, sometimes, like I said, you might have to show them, might have to whip somebody ass for everybody to understand, oh yeah, he's not to be bullied. But you know what I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, the way your actions are you're gonna get that reflected back onto you.
I definitely agree. Have you ever been through a situation like that where you had to show somebody, like, yeah, like, you can't treat me like this? Like,
nah, me personally, I'm an anomaly though, just cause, like, really, I mean, yeah, I've had situations in life where people may have tried to, like, disrespect me, but it was only because they're like some crash out type idiots. It never was just like like anybody, especially like woman that was like, oh, I'm gonna treat this nigga this type of way or he's green. But it's always about the energy I carried about myself. I was always like I said, I always felt like him. You know what I'm saying? So it was never gonna be a time in my life where I'm gonna carry around the energy that someone is gonna treat me a certain type of way, unless they just was completely like different from how I was moving. Like I could think of a time where, you know what I'm saying, boom, I was in a higher math class. I'm like in 6th grade taking like 8th grade math. So I'm in there with a bunch of 8th graders. I'm trying to cheat off dude test, and he looks at me during the test and he's like, can you stop looking at my paper and said it out loud? So I'm like, bro, this is, and he's another black dude, so I'm not thinking he was going to snitch on me like this. But he did that shit. And it was like, nah, like motherfuckers in this class, because mind you, I'm the only 6th grader in this class. So I'm like, nah, motherfuckers in this class, they not going to be treating me like this. Nah, I said, I want to look at your paper, bro. I'm going to look at your motherfucking paper. So I did pull up on him about that shit after the class. Like I told him, like, bro, don't do that shit no more. Like was you trying to get me in trouble, or like what was the point of that? He was like, no, I just did all this hard work and blah 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 blah. Like, all right, bro, you could have whispered it to me or just hid your paper better, like the little Caucasian kids do, but
facts.
That shit was just in the way to me.
I'm saying, that was a great example though. Great example. Somebody playing with you, you gotta check that shit. You gotta check that right here. Like, hey, little kid, you not finna do that. You gonna finna let me cheat off your paper.
It's not even like I wasn't even trying to press him about like letting me cheat or not. It was more so about like I just feel comfortable enough that if I call him out in front of everybody about doing this, he's not gonna say nothing or he not gonna do nothing. Because me being the 6th grader in the 8th grade class, yeah, I was quiet most of the time. I wasn't really bothering nobody, doing my thing. Just trying to pass the fucking class. That's all I was trying to do. And him doing that was like, nah, like if I let this shit slide, then next time I look at somebody else, like this is gonna become a reoccurring thing, and they not about to treat me like this in here. Like, so yeah, I had to show him. I had to teach him how he was gonna treat me in that class. Like,
and that's exactly how it be, bro. And it be the same thing with women too, bro. Like, you show women how to treat you. Simple as that. Like, women know who they can play with and who they can't play with, bro. Like, I'm not saying no names, but I know I've seen some instances where like I would be thinking like, a woman would never try that shit to me. Like, she'd never do some dumbass shit like that. Like, that's just how I feel. Especially, like, you be seeing the shit that just be happening to niggas. Like a woman start throwing your shit out, like, out the fucking house or out the crib. I be thinking, like, I'd be damned if a woman tried that shit. I was like, what? You're crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of those things, it's like, it leads up to that by what you allowed before. And that's what dudes don't be understanding. It's like you have to nip shit in the bud. Like, yeah, a woman's gonna, either way, she's gonna test you either way. She's gonna test you either way, but it's really more so about, like, when she does test you, you not failing those tests. That means sticking to your code, sticking to who you are, sticking to your purpose, and understanding, like, nah, like, if whatever she's doing, whatever the test she's doing, goes against what you trying to do, what you got going on, like, okay, like I always say, like, okay, you get up and go to the gym at 4 a.m, but if she wants you to stay in bed this day or whatever, if you stay in bed, you just failed that test, and then that's gonna lead to the shit later down the line where she feel like, oh, I can disrespect this nigga because he don't even respect himself and respect what he stand on.
I'm telling you, and that should be so subconscious, bro. She might not actually think that shit, but subconsciously she is. I'm telling you. That's what I say. And I've been working on that shit a lot. Like, I was with this girl the other day. She gave a great idea. Well, what I thought was a great idea at the time. And then I just had to think about that. I thought about that book, bro. We have to make our own decisions, like, as men. Like, even if somebody gives you a great idea, it still has to be your choice to change
it. Yeah, you got to run it through your process, you feel me?
I ran it through my process, and I was like, nah, this isn't the best way for the simple fact this that. And I was happy I did that shit. I was like, yeah, this tried to get us. We was finna get hemmed up. We was finna get hemmed up about that shit. That's what I said. Never let nobody change your mind. Even, I'm talking like men too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely when it comes to men and women. Now, if you're like working on something together that's taking multiple energies, of course you're gonna take in everybody's input and make a group decision, whether it's like, okay, we're voting on this or we're doing this or we're discussing this decision. But if it's like your decision, that's something that has to do with your purpose, your path, you can't let any outside opinion waver on it, because if the end of the day, you have all the answers inside you anyway. It doesn't even matter. You have literally the answer to everything you need to know inside you. So when it comes to getting other people input, yeah, that's good. And like the universe, God, whatever you want to say, he gonna use different type of messengers to get things across to you and shit like that. So that's why we have ears. And most people, they don't even understand how to listen correctly when it comes to certain shit. Everybody just trying to listen. They want to rebuttal. They want to respond back. They taking in a little bit of information that they listen to out of everything you said, and then they just going in on it. Know what I'm saying? Like then they're just responding to what they want to respond to or what agrees with their reality instead of actually listening and taking some time to understand what was just said to them, then coming up with their own, like if it is a response or rebuttal, coming up with something that was well thought out in that you just tell them, well, no, you shouldn't eat that pizza because that company uses this product that's bad for you and this, that, and the third. They're like, and you fucked them up because that was their favorite pizza, and they're like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to that. It doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of pesticides. You know what I'm saying, we're gonna be fine. Just a little bit of pesticides, and they thinking like that when you told them some good information at the time.
Exactly, bro. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like too many people try to change people's mind, bro. I feel like that's not the purpose of like listening, bro. It's not. Or like, let's say I have a point and I want to get you to understand. My goal shouldn't be to try to change your mind, bro. It should be maybe to get you to understand what I'm saying. Like, just really get an understanding. If that's all we can get, that's really all you can kind of ask for, just like an understanding.
That's the best thing you can do in this world is understand, because it doesn't mean, oh, I need to. It's fucking sparkling water, but it doesn't mean I need to agree with anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just me understanding where someone's coming from, and even if they're coming from a place of just lack of knowledge, it's never your job to try to change somebody's mind. Even like, we can talk Jesus if y'all want to. He wasn't out here like, oh yeah, y'all need to do this and listen to everything. He's like, no, I'm trying to show y'all. I'm trying to be an example. That's what everybody think, like, oh, he's supposed to come and save us and blah, blah, blah. No, he was teaching stuff that was like he was teaching you a great way to live, to reach the highest version of yourself. That's why it's like more so important to try to be like him and not call on him and wait for him and pray to him. It's more so about like, no, this was a good example, and that's what you need to be for the people around you. You need to be a good example.
I totally agree. And I feel like that's what be messing a lot of people up with the religion aspect and stuff. Bro, they're too busy worried about teaching and preaching and not trying to be like an example, like leading by example. That's all they really got to do. If you just lead by example, bro, people are going to eventually follow. But like, if I'm trying to force you on my side, like, nah, Jay, you going to come work for me, you going to resent that shit.
Nah, you got to show me. What it is, yeah, you might can present me the opportunity, but if I don't really see much of what's really it entails, then it's like, well, damn, am I gonna do that, like, type shit? But if you tell me about the opportunity, I'm kind of iffy on it, but then I see your results. I see like, man, he got this going on, it's doing this for him, and like, maybe, you know what I'm saying, I do need to fuck with it. Maybe it is a good opportunity for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's stepping down to get into a role lower than I would usually take, it's still an opportunity.
I'm telling you. And that's literally I feel like that was literally the secret to whatever you want to do, bro. Just right there. I told you it was going to be on one today. Bro, but I got a real life question, bro. How do you think your girl should take compliments? From like strangers? Because, you know, everybody says like, oh, you dating a bad bitch. You gon', I mean, niggas be sliding in DMs. Niggas be, so like, what do you think should be the appropriate response if somebody does slide in your girl's DMs?
I think the appropriate response is no response. To be honest, it shouldn't be. That's just to me, and what I see as like any woman that I'm taking seriously. I'm not gonna have no joke that's like, oh, I'm like she's liking the compliments and all that stuff. Because you gotta think, if you're watching this, you trying to be a man of some status and some stature. that type of stuff is like, you know what I'm saying, the higher level up you are, the more embarrassing that type of stuff is. If she's responding to dudes, like look how they tried to do Kanye wife, and to me it would seem harmless. She was just being nice. Dude came up to her. She seemed like she was trying to be nice, and she was nervous. And dude trying to talk, he giving her compliments and stuff. She's like, oh, thank you. But it's like sometimes women in public, it's like, damn, if I do this dude, then what he gonna do? He got his camera out pointing at me. Like, women be in awkward situations a lot, so you can't like fault them if they do say thank you or something to somebody, especially in person. But anything on the internet, they should not be responding to at all. Person, it really shouldn't be no response either. You would like your woman to be like on some, you know what I'm saying, snobby type shit, like, you know what I'm saying, that nigga is beneath me, giving him that type of energy, you know what I'm saying. That's the type of energy you want your woman to be putting out. But you can, if she feels like she's in a weird situation or something like that, and she said thank you, okay, and trying to leave and stuff like that, then like I really don't mind that too. My thing is never, like, guys, even the littlest shit, it makes them feel like they in there. That's what it really is. Like,
hell yeah. I was having that conversation. I was having this exact conversation the other day with this girl. Because I was like, with guys, like, if you just, even if a guy compliments you and you like the story, in his mind, he's thinking, oh, I still got a chance. Like, there's a chance, like, especially even if he continues doing it and you continuously liking the shit, he's probably going to keep doing the shit, bro. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was trying to, like, get my point across. Like, that shit, I feel like that's kind of disrespectful to an extent, because from a guy's point of view, it's looking like he has a chance. Even to the girl, she might just be being nice. And I understand that too. Like, girls, they be
oblivious. They be airheads for time and oblivious to certain shit.
I'm telling you. So she might not be thinking, but whoever you are watching this, just know from a guy's point of view, he got a shot. And I feel like if your girl's doing this, I feel like that's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely a conversation.
I mean, if she, like, when you say doing it, that's like multiple times. My thing is like, it should only, if she didn't know, she's probably like a Western woman, you know what I'm saying? And she gonna need to be coachable. You gotta coach her ass up, but it ain't gonna be no multiple coaching sessions on the same shit. It's gonna be this one time we want to discuss this, and then you expect change behavior after that. If it's not, then you already know, like, she just don't respect you enough.
I'm telling you. But what if it happened multiple times before you, like, got to it? Like, what if she didn't tell you dudes liking her story?
I mean, the dude liking her story, I mean, that ain't really nothing, like, to be, like, that's... You mean like he's like commenting on there?
Yeah, and she's liking the thing, like, you know, like
she's like liking she's reacting to his comment on the story. I mean, if she's doing that, like, you need to, first of all, she got too much time on her hands. Like, one, like, I don't know, create your own world in your own bubble, in your own reality, and have the things you accept. Like, me and my girl, we don't even have our Instagram notifications on, so we're not really seeing everything that comes on every single like, and which we shouldn't be seeing. And if we do, 9 times out of 10, like, yeah, she's like, oh, look at it. Especially if it's like some disrespectful shit, because like, if your girl has photos of you up, any nigga that's not saying sliding, he wants smoke. Like, he wants smoke. Like, that's what it is. Like, he think you bitch. It's one or the other, and that's how I'ma always take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see me on the page, so you must have a problem with me, or you think I'm bitch or something like that. So
yeah, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. And that's where you gotta go back to the first part of this episode we was telling you about. Sometimes you gotta show a nigga, like, it don't work like that.
And me, I like to keep it as entertainment. Like, I be like, bro, I get the phone when I start, like, bro, she don't want no broke ass nigga. I remember I did that to one nigga, and this nigga he was in like a dirty ass hotel and started flashing a bunch of 1s and 5s and shit like that. I'm like, bro, like, we don't want to show dollar for dollar. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. First of all, I'm not going to play that game with you. Like, I feel like if you got to show your money, that's probably all you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I'm not going to play that game with you. Like, we can Like the who's dick bigger contest, like I'm good. I know I'm that nigga. I'm Big Yuski over here. Like I'm not gonna play that game, but I will clown a nigga for my own entertainment.
I feel that. I feel that. But yeah, shit like that, I feel like that's when you just gotta show a nigga. But other than that, I feel like when it really comes down to this media and stuff, like how your girl takes compliments is very important, because it's literally showing what kind of girl she is, bro. Because some girls are still in that phase where she wants attention. Like, she just, don't get me wrong, all girls want like attention, but the attention she gets from other dudes.
Yeah, it's the value she places on what attention. That's what it's really about. It's that value that she places on the attention. Because if she values your attention more than any other nigga attention, or more than any attention, then that's all she's gonna be worried about. But if she just want attention in general, then yeah, she's gonna be entertaining the peasants and the fucking heathens and the degenerates that's just trying to slide just so they can get a sliver of a reply. So fucking beating they dicks to heart emojis and shit. Like, it's a lot of weird ass niggas out here, man. I hope y'all ain't no islanders.
I'm telling you, but that's some real ass shit. So that's what I said, like, how your girl handles that is so important. She should really only want your attention. Like, any other attention from any guy should be damn near disgusting to her. I'm telling you. Because it's like, why the fuck, that shit weird, bro. And that's if she really,
Yeah, because the thing about it is, like, if a woman really loves you, she's going to be literally all about you. Like, a lot of the other things, a lot of other dudes, all that stuff, it don't even matter. Like, to be honest, like, especially if she's real down to earth, she ain't really too much affected by this Western culture. Man, it don't even matter. As long as you on your shit, you don't gotta be the most attractive, biggest, tallest dude ever. You just gotta be the best version of you. If you're the best version of you, a lot of times she's gonna fuck with that over anything else.
I'm telling you, and if you're really the best version of you, niggas probably won't be able to fuck with you. Half the niggas, I say at least half the niggas, they won't even be able to fuck with you.
Fuck yeah, and it saddens me to say, but I would say probably, like, see, if we're gonna talk about niggas, like actual like black men, man, 90, mind you, and we, you know what I'm saying, we top tier. You know what I'm saying, black men, we top tier, definitely top tier. But I say 95% of us are only 1/8 of our full potential. You know what I'm saying, literally. So it's like this. I don't even forgot where I was going with that, but like that's some shit niggas need to increase. But all you guys, because you were saying like if you're the highest version of yourself, you damn near better than any nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, because most niggas, like I said, they only about 1/8 of their potential. They too busy sitting on the couch playing the game, blowing and eating. They got the same fucking routine. They work probably 40 hours a week max, maybe a little overtime. But when they off work, they're playing the game. They're fucking eating, smoking, cooling with they friends that ain't doing shit either, man.
I'm telling you, every single trip. So if you can get to that 3/8 point, just keep working on yourself a little bit, bro, you're gonna be lit. Niggas not gonna be able to fuck with you, and she's gonna know that. She's eventually, you gotta meet the right girl though. She's gonna know like, I'm probably not gonna get better than this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, we are back in this thing. Bro, starting this joint off right now, Keke motherfucking Palmer, bro. I love it. Bro, little backstory. I used to have a crush on Keke Palmer back in the day. The biggest crush. I thought she was just beautiful. I thought she was such a good girl. Such a great girlfriend. I felt like she'd be the perfect girl in the world. Little did I know. She is not. And for those of you who don't know, bro, I'm going to put y'all in the backstory. She was in a music video with Usher. The song is called Boyfriend. And mind you, she's not dancing provocatively in it. But, like, she is dancing with Usher. No wild shit. But at the end of the thing, she was like, I am a mother, right? And, like, winked at the camera.
Oh, I didn't even watch the video. That's crazy, though.
Bro, I just watched the little clips of it. And when I say I seen this, I started literally, like, the vile language just started pouring out of my mouth. Because it was like, there's no way she just did that. When I say that's some extreme disrespect, it was some extreme disrespect.
Yeah. I mean, at her point, at where she's at now, believe it or not, her back was against the wall. There's nothing else she can do at this point. I mean, her baby father already let the world know he felt disrespected, he felt embarrassed, which is two worst things you can do to a man.
Yeah.
So what else is she to do but try to play on the fact that there's a bunch of dumb single bitches that's gonna stand up behind her for anything that she does. And mind you, Usher, his ass must be stopped now. It must be stopped because that nigga, he's part of the problem too. Like, he's part of the problem too for even entertaining this shit. And like, his old ass, like, this nigga got kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really like confused of why he's being a part of this, trying to like sell records off the back of like another black man paying. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't fuck with that shit either. As far as Keke, it's like, what can we expect if she's a woman? Like, nah, I'm saying we can't take anything these bitches do seriously. We can only do our best to vet them and pick the best ones and leave the rest to the fucking dirt. But Usher, bro, like what the fuck you doing? Like, that shit, like, he's the real fucking catalyst of the chaos, to be honest.
Guys, I ain't gonna lie. And to be honest, if I was dude, I'd be mad at Usher too. Like, if I seen him, I might slap his ass. I ain't even gonna lie. For the simple fact, he didn't have to do that. He didn't. To one, name the song Boyfriend. Why do you have Keke Palmer in the fucking music video?
Only to antagonize a nigga and to sell records, bro.
I'm telling you, like, that shit is crazy. And especially a nigga that's never done nothing to you. Like, nothing at all. I think even when the incidents happened, he didn't say nothing bad about Usher.
No, he didn't. I mean, you not supposed to be mad at the nigga. You're supposed to be mad at your girl. But when it comes to the point where dude is antagonizing him, like, he's like, literally, and mind you, like, the biggest victim is gonna be the child. The child's gonna be the biggest victim because you gotta grow up with parents that don't like each other, don't agree with each other, gonna have siblings with probably multiple siblings with other fathers, and they're gonna be bringing them McDonald's, and he ain't getting no McDonald's because his dad don't want to come back no more because his mom outside doing stupid shit. And it's like I said, I made a video, Keke Palmer must be stopped, but it was really just about the dude and his choices and how, as men, we need to vet women better. Like, now it's no damage control he can do, for real. It's just stay off social media and continue to work on himself and just focus on himself at this point, and hopefully find a new woman somewhere in another country maybe, and start a family. And then his kid gonna be mad at his first born gonna be mad at Keke, like, man, daddy took everybody else to Disneyland and to Bahamas, but why I can't go, and blah, 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 blah. And Keke gonna be like, nah, because your dad is this and this, that, talking shit about him whole time. You have big accountability in this shit as well. His only thing he did wrong was choosing the wrong bitch.
I'm telling you. And, like, when I say she just took that shit to another level, my nigga, she took that shit to another level. Granted, he could have not, but you got to think about it. People was mad that he took that shit to the internet. But I'm a big believer in apologizing, like, where you done this shit. Like, let's say you disrespected me in front of, like, the whole staff, like, everybody was here, like, over 100 people. I feel like the apology should be in front of everybody. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like, so taking it to the internet, granted, it wasn't the best thing he could have done, but I can kind of understand why. And then she just blew that bitch up, like she won. Congratulations, Keke, you won. I
mean, she won you can say she won the battle, but the war is far from over. She's gonna she's gonna be just like these other older women in entertainment industries that are having trouble and finding fulfillment because I can't, it's not in my family, it's this, I need to go to where they be going, that place in Indonesia, Bali. Like, I need to go to Bali by myself. I need to go to Bali by myself and find myself and blah, blah, blah. And still not going to find fulfillment in Bali. I promise you're not going to find fulfillment in Bali. It's all inside. But they don't be understanding that. That's why they need all this external validation on what they did. But, you know she crying that night. And, like, probably if she's not, she's probably drunk as hell and dealing with all types of substance abuse problems and this, that, and the third. And to me, it's like she just really digging a hole for herself. But of course, to the internet, that's why you don't bring shit to the internet with women, because it's going to look like they won. Because if you're stooping down to their level, they're going to call you a bitch, they're going to call you gay, this, that, and the third. So it's just best to just leave that shit alone. The best thing you can do is move on and wish her the best and just show nothing but love. Now I'm saying, like, because at the end of the day, that still is the mother of your child. So that's why it's good that he isn't saying nothing or responding anymore, because he know he kind of fucked up with that shit the first time. So it's just like he could have just handled everything silently behind doors, let her do whatever she want. Maybe wrote a book about it or something like that.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he shouldn't have wrote it. He could still write a book.
Oh yeah.
But that would have been so much better. And then right now, you got to look at it like this. She's dumb on so many different levels. Because you got to think about, Usher's not going to be with you, bitch. Like as soon as like the novelty dies down, bro, I'm telling you, you're not gonna be in none of Usher music videos. He's not gonna be reaching out, making sure you okay.
Nobody's gonna listen to your weak ass music.
Literally, people are still gonna bump Usher because it's Usher.
Yeah.
But you, no, bro. The only thing you did was mess up your relationship for real, and probably made that man a menace to society now.
Yeah, I hope he's not a menace. I hope he's somewhere on the island resetting, man. Just resetting. Like, that's all. Like, a lot of people need them resets. Like, just go somewhere alone, take a friend or something, but just go somewhere and reset, literally. Like, just get a culture shock somewhere. Open your eyes to new things, new possibilities. And when it comes to the people, anybody, any situation that have ever done you wrong in life, just forgive. Don't forget it. So, like, definitely he shouldn't just fuck with her again, but he should have the freedom, like, to release that anger so she doesn't have any type of effect or any type of hold on him.
I'm telling you. And what comes with that, we always be talking about this. Now you got this woman pregnant. She's the mother of your kids. You with her forever, bro. Whether you want to or not, because you got to be there for your kid, bro. I got to be there for your kid. So that's why it's so important before you have a kid with somebody. You got to vet them regardless. But before that kid, bro, you better make sure you done extra super duper vetted it, checked it 3 times, put it on your pillow, pray to God.
And understand, even before the vetting process, you want somebody that's in the entertainment industry, but you want a traditional woman at the same time. That doesn't go together, my dude. Traditional woman was not in the entertainment industry ever in the history of mankind. Like, I mean, maybe a few, very few, you know what I'm saying, or women that will still have, it's probably some in there, like, I ain't gonna come at all of them, but there's some in there that will probably still have some traditional qualities. But the fact that if she's in these entertainment where sex sells, it's not gonna fucking, like, you're not gonna get traditional values out of that. I'm sorry.
At all. And you gotta know this, bro. So, like, before you date, know what you signing up for, bro. But I like that you bring that up, bro. Cause not saying all, but a lot of the people in the entertainment industries, like women and men, they have higher body counts because, you know, easier access.
Yeah, their morals are lower.
There we go. So, and I seen this post. It was like he used to mess with this girl. He had the biggest crush on her, right? He had the biggest crush on this girl, but she would never date him. They would just talk for a while, and then eventually they got together. Come to find out, she was having sex while they were, like, just friends. Like, fucking other niggas while they was friends. Me, personally, I looked at like that, like, bro, and he just found out. Like, they're already in a relationship now, though. I'm looking at that like, you done fucked up. Because there's no way she's truly, like, fucking with you if while she was, like, you know, being cordial with you, she was fucking other niggas, bro.
Yeah.
And bitches so quick to be like, oh, that was before you. No, fuck that. I want to know, nah, fuck that. I don't care. You knew about me and you was still having sex with different niggas? That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, but it's just the fact that a lot of stuff, dudes, like, yeah, we value purity, so we're not going to want a girl that's like that. To me, it's like, when it comes to that, it's like, it's always going to be a turn off. It's always going to be a turn off for you to find out something like that about your, like, girl, especially, like, during the situation, like, even if you weren't friends before, like, if you find out she did some wholesale, this, that, and the third, like, yeah, it's gonna be more so of a turn off, and you're gonna be in a spot to where you're gonna need to make a decision. Either I'm gonna look past this, stay with her, or leave her. Now I'm saying, you shouldn't, if you stay in like an indecisive period, just like, damn, she did this, she did this, instead of being able to forgive and either leave or move past. Forgive either way, but move past it or leave. It just depends on how, like, yeah, if she got a fucking train on her, like, yeah, you probably need to leave her. Like, that's kind of obvious, but it was
it's not
obvious for most niggas, but like, I feel like if you a superior man, it's gonna be obvious. Like, okay, she's just too unpure. You know what I'm saying? And you know that for a fact because she just told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay, it's time for you to just make the decision. And of course, you gotta be willing. You gotta understand we're on this path. Anything must go. It comes down to the shoes on and clothes on your back. You must be willing to detach from that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can move forward and that's the best way to live. Like, just having the ability to detach emotionally from anything, but also still having empathy for people in situations.
I like that a lot. And that's what you need. You need to let that girl go when you find out these things or you already know these things. Because basically, I looked at that situation like, would you date a reformed hoe? That's basically how I looked at it. And I had to ask myself this. Like, somebody asked me, would I date a reformed hoe? For me, and I knew she was a reformed hoe, nigga like me, you might have some fun. Especially like you younger, you might have some fun. But when it comes down to cuffing that thing, locking that thing down, I can't do it.
It's gonna change the dynamic regardless, even if it comes to the point where, like, a lot of dudes, they will just adjust the relationship and adjust how they feel about the relationship, but still stay with the girl and kind of just like string her along and things like that. It doesn't even have to be her being a hoe in the past. It could be she could do the wrong thing one day and it'll just flip a switch in your mind, like, yeah, I'm not thinking about marriage no more. I'm just thinking about stringing her along till I find a better situation or this, that, or a third. You know what I'm saying? And which a lot of dudes move like that. I would suggest you to make a clear decision, but if you do that, you know what I'm saying, and that's just, she will have to come to realize one day that it's her actions and her being a thought and perpetuating all these thought activities, the shit that she see on the media and social media, and just doing what every other girl is doing is put her in that position.
Definitely. And I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had, though. Like, the whole I feel like if it's some mutual shit, y'all know, like, what y'all doing, like, this, we're just having casual sex, like, whatever this is, like, make it be known. Because I feel like that's what be getting a lot of niggas fucked up, too. They just let that shit happen. Speaking of myself first, like, I just, like, play it along, play it coolly, play it along, like, just go along with it, and then eventually it's like somebody feelings gonna get hurt because, like, she gonna be like, so what are we gonna do? Like, eventually she's gonna want you to date her, my nigga. She's gonna want that title. She's gonna want to, and then at that point, now you got a choice. I feel like you might as well just take that shit out, like, so you don't even gotta worry about those feelings. Just be like, nah, this isn't this because you done this shit in the past, blah, blah, such and such and such. And she might be hurt, but it is what it is. Yeah,
and it's like you give her the option to choose what she wants to do. If she wants to continue to fuck with you knowing that it's not going to be as serious, or she can leave and try to find something else, and then she probably ain't going to tell the next guy or her past whole business. But hey, I'm saying, good thing that you found it out so you ain't have to deal with it.
I'm telling you, because I feel like that would be a hurting feeling. Like, you fucking with this shawty. Next thing you know, y'all go out somewhere and she's ducking behind shit like, oh, I don't want him to see me. They fuck. They used to fuck. Like,
yeah. That shit, like, and even speaking from experience, like, I had a situation when I was, mind you, precursor, never have like an on-campus relationship. And I tried it one time, but so I was transferring schools and I came to the school late, and this is college, so everybody starts in like August. I didn't come till October, so I meet this girl, like, we start chilling a lot, and then one day she's like, nah, I'm saying, she tell me she love me and want to be with me and all that, and I'm saying, I'm like, fuck it, like, I'm saying, let's do what it do. A few weeks into it, she tells me like, yeah, before you got to campus, I was at this party and I fucked this frat dude at the party and blah blah blah. I never looked at her the same after that. Like, I just never looked at her the same. I ended up actually breaking up with her later on for a different reason, but that's a whole nother story. But like, yeah, it was a definitely a factor, because now I'm like, damn, like I don't even know who this nigga is. I don't know what he look like. We on the same campus. I've been walking around with you. This nigga probably been laughing at me on the low whole time, like type shit. Like you start getting all those thoughts, which are stuff you shouldn't be thinking about. But as a dude, when you're still like on your path, you haven't reached the highest version of yourself. All that shit is gonna matter to you.
I'm telling you. And for the girls that say it shouldn't, you're not a man. You don't understand. It does. Because I feel like that's part of not embarrassing your man, bro. Like, there's no way we should just go out, just a simple trip to, like, the cafe, and we running into 2-3 niggas you done had sex with. Yeah. That's going to be a problem, bro.
And it would have been even worse if she had made me wait to have sex till we got together to have sex. But, nigga, one night at the party, like, yo, that's OD, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, I was glad she told me about it, so at least I know it's this random motherfucker walking around here, like probably laughing at me on the low. But it's like still, like I'm looking at you. I'm gonna look at you a little bit different now.
I'm telling you, in that instance right there, you gotta think he telling his homies too, like, yeah, I hit.
Then she got whole friends at the time. It was a lot going on that girl. Like I swear, like literally, like just as a whole side caveat, like. I remember I'm chilling with her. We ain't chilling in the dorm. Her friend FaceTime her so another nigga can talk to her. Like, I get the phone. I'm like, yo, like he's like, oh shit, what's up, bro? Like, I'm like, yo, what the like? That was more so led to the reason of why I stopped fucking with her. But I'm like, nah, she got whole friends. She done already did some whole shit. Like, it's too much hoe going on. Like,
I'm telling you, nah, that's crazy. Cause you know she'd be down for that shit too. Like they was probably trying to set up a 2-man.
Bro, real, like I'm thinking, like, and then it's like, luckily the type of dorm we was in, like shit, I could barely even go up to her shit. You know what I'm saying? We was fucking in the car most of the time, to be honest. Like we was fucking in the car, but thankfully, bro, didn't have a car, cause you never know what the fuck could have been going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's just those type of. But to me, like college is just. It breeds those type of situations. Like I seen plenty of people go to college in relationships and fail like a motherfucker type shit, or start these on-campus relationships and it kind of fails every time just because of the vibe, the energy of it is not conducive to healthy relationships.
I'm telling you, and I feel like there's no point of dating in college, bro. Like you still got so much more life to be lived. Like meet people you gonna meet.
I mean, I think it's good to date, but serious relationship, it just really depends. Like if you're on the HBCU campus, it's gonna be hard. Like it's gonna be hard. Like PWI, you might can get away with it more just because you're gonna have like a lot of Caucasian women. They are taught to like, okay, go to college and find a husband. You know what I'm saying? Today. Before that, it's like a thing for them to come back with an engagement ring senior year after winter break. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an accomplishment for them. So it's like you will find some women that are actually, like, trying to be on a good path, but it's just rare, far and few between. Too much partying going on, too much drugs, alcohol. It's like relationships now, but go ahead, date, have fun and shit like that.
Yeah, I definitely say, like, have fun, but I feel like that was one of my biggest mistakes, having a relationship in college. Bro, because it be
How long was it, though?
The relationship, that shit ended for real. The first fucking second, third day I got on campus, she didn't trust me. She was like, nah, like, this shit not going. Like, she was like, this shit not going.
Oh, you had a relationship that was outside outside the school?
Home, exactly. She was back home and I was at ODU.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to trust a real nigga.
See, at that point in my life, I was just being real with any girl that was back home. I'm like, come on now. I'm out at college right now. This shit, it's not about to work. Like, yeah, you can call me from time to time if I'm bored, I'm chilling. But it's just, we in two separate places. My hormones going crazy every day. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? I walk downstairs, it's women. I said, it's just not going to be, like, it just wasn't going to work out.
It won't, bro. I'm having flashbacks right now. Halloween on college campus.
ODU Halloween gets crazy.
Bro, ain't no way I'm letting my girlfriend.
I remember being in parties at ODU campus on Halloween. There's always more girls than niggas in them parties. Like, I remember it was once so many bitches. The bitches got to fight. No niggas got to fight. Like, you just see butterfly wings and cat ears flying through the air. Like,
That should be crazy. Like I feel like it's a great experience for a man. Like I feel like that's some shit you need to go through. Like you gotta go through some shit. But I just feel like if you like with a girl and she's on that shit, and like especially if she got those hoe friends, cause literally y'all know girls be doing the same thing niggas be doing. They be setting up two mans, all type of shits, bro. I'm telling you, most of y'all. Have you ever been on the opposite side? Like some girls set y'all up.
Like what you mean? I mean, yeah, like you'll have girls that'll be like, "Oh, you got any friends?" Or you'll be the friend that your dude, he just met this girl. So you go to your school or a neighboring school, and you're like, "Okay, let me go with them and shit like that." And it's cause, like a lot of times, especially if they like first time chilling with a dude, or it's like they friend don't got nothing to do, or their friends ain't got no niggas, or just fucked up with one of their niggas, or the nigga just left them and she been crying. Like it's usually a situation like that. Like you get just brought along into some shit, and next thing you know, you just get free ass. But
I'm telling you, and like I feel like that shit be happening so much. So just be careful out here being in these relationships, especially while in college, bro. Especially in college.
Relationships in general, and the thing about it is we're that society that everybody's hypersexualized. Everybody want drugs. Everybody want this, that, and the third, and that leads to people not taking care of their temples as much as they should be, and girls just letting random dicks in just because everybody doing shit because it feel good, not thinking about the long-term repercussions of it. Like that's what it's really about. That's what degeneracy really is, just doing whatever because it feel good.
I'm telling you, bro. And that's what we really gotta watch out for, bro. And I've been thinking, I'm glad you said that too, like everything that feels good. Like we was talking earlier about rabbit holes, bro. Watch the rabbit holes you get yourself into. Cause now mind you, bear with me here. Bear with me. I was just having a thought, bro. I was just thinking about some shit. Bro, when it really comes down to like all the other shit, like when it comes down to sex, like feet, toes, ass, anything of that nature, bro. I feel like when they go, even porn, bro, when they start deep diving in that shit, like start looking at it too much or trying to do that shit too much, that's when shit really like becomes bad. I feel like that's where like not necessarily like gay, but where the weirdness comes in at, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, for the like you have people that were predisposed to certain things, whether it was too much plastic or just around the wrong environments and things like that. And those are the people that feel like, oh, I was born this way. But then you have people, like whether that's fetish or gay or whatever, like, but then you have people that, yeah, a lot of that shit comes through porn and just getting, all right. You start out looking at regular sex. And then you get desensitized to that. And you see this videos recommending that you look at fucking BDSM or like whatever the fuck trans, like whatever is recommending you on the side and shit, you know what I'm saying? Or you click on some shit thinking it's one thing and it happens to be another thing on there, and now your mind sees it, you know what I'm saying? That's why they hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, you know what I'm saying? It's because all that shit can affect you. And that's how like, those fetishes, it always starts as like, oh, just like porn, and it just never enough. And that's what it comes back to, doing what feel good. Like you start off doing what feel good, then that whatever felt good, it's not feeling as good as it did that first time. Now you need something else. Next thing you know, you fucking in your closet choking yourself trying to jack off, and you doing some whole weird shit because it feel good.
I'm telling you, and that's why I meant to, like, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, bro. That shit is a slippery slope, and that can be with anything that can make you feel good. You can't keep chasing after that next hit, bro, that greater hit. Like, that's the road that's going to lead you to failure, bro. I'm telling you.
Failure is going to lead you to objectifying everything, objectifying yourself, and it's going to lead you to being just so much in your lower self, your ego self. You're just doing the things that, like we said, just doing everything that feel good and not understanding the repercussions until it's really too late. You're not noticing the effects of the shit until it's too late. A lot of people wait till the doctor tell them some shit to, like, damn, maybe I need to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's really what it is. That's why I'm here to tell y'all, bro, stop doing that shit. Whatever weird shit y'all be doing, because I know y'all be on here doing some weird ass shit. don't feed into that shit too much, bro. Like,
especially because it's 9 times out of 10, it's a part of your old world. Your highest version of yourself is not entertaining that shit.
Facts. Like some of those fantasies, bro. Like I feel like that's all like weirdos kind of are. Like they just gave into their fantasies a little bit too much than they should have.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say
and
that.
they let that media whatever they seen create, because it's like you can't get a fantasy about some shit you never seen before. You feel me? So
that's facts. And then they see it once, and then they're like, let me try this. Let me see this. And I'm telling you, it's a slippery road.
Especially when your brain not fully developed.
And I'm telling you, wait till that prefrontal cortex is fully developed.
Yes, sir.
But that's the end of today's episode. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in, man. Best podcast in the fucking world. What can I say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of value provided today. A lot of love shown. A lot of good shit said, man. We here, man, every week, man. Holla at us. Big Yuski, Kingmeechyyy in the building. As always, we love y'all. We out.